Hey YouTube, how you going? Welcome to another video. I think we made some really good progress with the previous video where we basically created that new process for testing. So basically create functionality, use Postman to test success, use Postman to test failure, copy examples of the response body, and then give Claude those examples and then say go and write some tests. So like for example here, if the password was empty, these are the errors that we get. We gave that to Claude and said, hey, run these tests. And lo and behold, all of the tests we got to pass relatively easily. Now, what we have also been doing as part of this is confining our functionality within each folder and making it very specific. So we do have a little bit more functionality. For example, this email reminder, and I think these are just pretty errors, which has obviously been set up as a general service. But at the moment, all it does is send the email reminders for verification. So I know in an ideal world, right, we would make this code reusable, and perhaps instead of just being a first reminder just for verification token, we might change it to be like a first reminder that's reusable for lots of different things. Email verification, a reminder about a notification, whatever. Now, that does, however, make our testing a little bit more difficult because we then end up kind of like, I think I did this video, right, explaining why AI gets so confused with testing, and it's like you got your route, you got your controller, you got your services, then you got these utils, and because there's so many different files involved, AI just really struggles and to piece it all together. So what we're going to do is we're going to continue with our register new user functionality. We're going to consolidate some more of this code into just these register user new user folder, and then we're going to build out the remainder of the tests, hopefully in a fast way, so that we can get this working. So at the moment we've got this email verification scheduler. Let me get rid of that comment. And what I want to do is change some of this functionality. Send final, reschedule, reminders, check. I don't think do we even use this anywhere? No. So this functionality is not currently used in our app, and I think same here. Okay, it is only used in tests. This functionality not currently used in our app. Let's get this tested. Right. So what we can do is we're going to rename this just for consistency's sake. Register new user email verification scheduler. Let's do like dot. Right, and hopefully those things imported. So service email. Yeah, so we're going to change this to cool. Then what we're going to do is, if we bring this file over here, we can see that this file does call our email reminder service and this account deletion service. Okay, this is where we're going to get a little bit email. We're going to move this functionality into the one file. We're going to make this all about email verification, so we're going to call this actually now route. I think I might move this into our register new user service, and yeah, it's deleting an unverified account, so it's still associated with registering a new user. And what we could also do in the future is add a new route so that if the user wants to delete their own account before it's verified, they could, for example, click on that link. Anyway, that's for a little bit later. That's not relevant to what we're doing right now. So we're going to move this here, and we're going to rename this, oh sorry, not that one, email reminder. I'm going to drag this here, move this, and this is going to be, let's just check these imports, get rid of that. So this is going to be register new user verification emails. And we will update this. So we'll call this register new user email verification emails. Yep. All right. Then what we're going to do is our account deletion service. Going to export this, cut this, sorry, and put this into here, and then delete. And then this is going to come from our, we're going to have to import our, so we're going to get rid of this, and we're going to go const register new user service equals require register. Okay, cool. And where was that delete? And let's just get rid of that. All right. Yeah, delete this file. Alrighty. Now, I think we've got, just trying to think, what other functionality do we have? I don't think there's much functionality that's now not in these files. So if we go to Postman and we bring up our validation chains, we also had the, so far what we've done is we've validated on registration, the email, and we've also done the password. We haven't done confirm password, so let's just do that. So if we go test 51, test code, let's just bring this to 52, and then password 123456 hash exclamation mark, and then let's put in our password here, but do this as small p. If we hit send, okay, it is picking up correctly. Password do not match. I was just checking because in our controller we also have, where is it? Where's the new user? Okay, maybe we don't. Hang on. Oh, I'm on the wrong file. Controller. Looking at our controller. Yeah, here it is. So password does not equal confirm password, throw validation error. Passwords do not match. I think though, if we comment out this, I think it's being picked up by a validation chain. So if we just do this again, Yeah, passwords do not match, and then just put S just to triple check. Yeah. So this functionality is redundant because it's already happening. So get rid of that. And then we can go to here, say test for if we do if we send a request where we, such as we get this response, something like that. Right. Now company name. Company name is required. Max length 100. So let's just get rid of company name. Hit send. Ooh. That's interesting. What happens? So we go to our we should test for this. Do our tests check if two things are wrong? Just H2. Do our tests check if two. Alright. Let me just make this one thing send. Right. So without validation, not that validation chains. Company name is required. Okay, it should work. See, like if you do send. What? Oh, it can be numbers. Okay, that's a bit random. Anyway, get rid of that. Make this 53. Send that again. So we'll go back here, and we'll say test 5. Wait, test 4. Whoop. Then if we send a request, company name is empty, like this. We get a response like that. Cool. So it's company, and then verify email verification token is required. So these are the other endpoints. So then currently in our register new user test. Okay. Yeah, let's Oh, wrong one again. Verify email query token. Okay, so let's go new test, and then copy this. Now we don't want to check for right. We don't want to test for stack, path, or error type, as these are only shown in development. Can you please write the jest tests covering to cover all of the variations of these validation chains only? This will be these tests will be added to our existing test file. Alright, let's try that. So copy this. Save that. So at the moment we had 20 tests passing, and on our new user registration, around 50 statements, branches, functions. So around 30, 40, 50%. Alright, so let's try and keep that in mind. Let's run these tests. Okay, so 3 failed. Okay, so yeah, this is what I was expecting. So yeah, sometimes the array error. How should we account for this? Please don't write any code yet, but here is an example. I'd recommend using a combination of okay, with this takes account of this issue. Do we check if 2 things are wrong at the same time? So hang on a sec, like actually, like if you do that should work. So what we should do then is we should do this one. So we should do that for that one. Should reject. So this is saying password confirmation is required. Passwords do not match. So that's the same thing. Actually, for that previous test, I didn't do. Oh no, that's alright. So this should also be. Just wondering, actually, it should also be checking for both of those. Just thinking from a user point of view, passwords do not match, confirmation password is required. I mean, really, it should only provide you with one error on the front end. For now, though, I think we could use this approach. So, set, so it's going to be and then the third error so if we look at our validation chains, password too much. Yeah, it's got two. I think if you do .bail, it should finish there. Let me check that. So this test should pass, and then the other one now might not pass. This one. Yeah. So set. Let's just see what this looks like here. So if we get rid of the confirm password, send. Yeah. So what we need to do is should reject. Yeah. So instead of it being set, we need to put it back to this. It should reject when password confirmation is missing from request. It's the same test. Right, let's just run those. There we go, 28 passed. Okay, that's great. So then if we just look at our new user, I can't remember, to be honest. It was a bit, I think it's ticked up a bit. I thought it was in its 40s. Maybe it was that one. Anyway, that functionality worked quite well. So using the testing approach that way, we managed to be able to test our company name and confirm password validation chain. So now we do need to get into the verify email, but what that's going to involve is now testing a new route. So router.get verify email. So I'm going to take a pause here. I've got to go do some stuff, and I'll append the video, and we'll keep working through this functionality, keep consolidating it down to this registered new user. But I think where we're up to now should be pretty quick. We've got to do verify email and the resend, and then we probably need to test the email verification functionality, which we did previously have here. So I'm hoping that we might be able to copy and paste some of this code and just make sure that it all runs with our new names for different functions and services. Anyway, thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one. All right, we're back. We'll continue on. It's same day, just wearing a different shirt. And I think where we left off was we'd consolidated some more functionality into our register user folder and files. And now what I wanted to do is test these additional endpoints for the purpose of giving Claude insight into the tests. So we are going to just register a new user in this instance, and we do need to correctly register a new user. So we will send this. And this should get us our preview URL. Sweet. I always click the wrong button. Don't save. What are we doing? We are creating register new user. Control click. And then this is the URL that we need to hit. So we're going to copy this. We're going to go here, and we need to do a GET request. We have one of these somewhere. Here we go. Now, before I hit send, what I want to do is go here, go to validation chains. So query token, if token exists. So let's just get rid of this and hit send. And we'll copy this error. And we will go we'll go here, and we'll go verify token tests. So that's error 1 when no token. Then if we put our token back and we look at this, so query token, I think token must be a string. So I wonder if you just put numbers, yeah, invalid token format. Numbers. Token must be a string. See, I don't know if that message fired even though this message fired even though this should have fired. I mean, you know. And then let's put it in. I keep doing that. On the success, we get this. So success. So now if we go route, verify new user email. Yeah, if the user is not found. That would only, yeah, token. Right. Then in our routes, we've also got this resend verification token. So if we go to register a new user and we change this again to 56, send this, we need to get our user ID, which is this one here. And if we go resend verification email and we need to pass in our user ID here, we look at our validation chains for this one. So resend is the user ID empty and invalid format. So if we get rid of this, for example, and hit send, route not found. Interesting. Route not found. So let's ask, so we don't use up tokens or messages, I should say. Use ChatGPT. So I'm going to say I have some functionality in a Node.js application. We are hitting this route. Not that right. Copy. We are hitting this route, which uses this validation chain. if there is no user ID passed into the route, rather than fail with the message user ID is required, it says route not found. I understand why it shows this. I'm just wondering if we can ensure it shows the user ID is required message if the user ID is not included in the URL params. I know that. Okay. I don't think we have to worry about that because yeah, it's a workaround to a workaround that's gonna fail anyway. So that's never gonna fire. It's always just gonna be that. So we're only testing that. If we come back here and do, so if we copy and paste this, user ID for request new verification email. And why didn't I like that? Interesting. Okay. Need to come back to this, so let's have a quick look. Come on. So see what it's saying here. So job function. Doesn't exist. Okay, I will come back to this. So see, like H2 bugs, to do error with email verification. Okay, so let's just go back here. Let's go to register a new user. Because we're on test, I think the register, what is it now? The register new user functionality has like a 3 or 4 minute window for the purpose of testing. Now we can do it. No. Now we can do it. Fantastic. So copy this ID, resend, send. Okay, and that's the success. So success. No. So now we are going to do something similar. So new chat. Okay, so validation chains. All right, verify email. Get user tokens. We don't use this functionality anywhere. That's why I've seen it. Yeah, get rid of that. All right. So verify email. So in our actually, so what we might do first, we're just going to delete these, and I'm going to upload the new files. And we also got rid of email reminder service. Right. Yeah. So, oh my god, email reminder service, and this. Oh no, there's email service. Man, what one was it? Email service or email reminder service? No, email service is delete. Okay. Delete. Alright, so now add content, upload from device. This is the advantage of this approach, because if we come here, go register user, we can upload all of this, including our tests now. We're going to do that. We've got all of our content that's relevant for that use case. Okay, so in our register new user dot validation chains file, we have a validation for verifying email. Then if we send a where is it? Verify. So if we send a request to the without a token, we get the following response. Then if we send a request where the token is just numbers, we get the following response. Then when we provide the token successfully, we get the following response. For our jest tests, we want to test to check the success message errors object for responses that provide errors, and the status code for these. When writing, we will add these jest tests to our existing register new user.test file. Please don't include a test for stack, path, or error type fields, as these are only shown in development. Please write jest tests to cover all variations of these validation chain errors. Please let me know if you have any questions before writing code. For 1, yes. For 2, yes. For 3, no. Right, let's try these. Just leave it there for a second. We got a lot of tests. Alrighty. Save. Run the tests. Token is not defined. Oh my god, my keyboard format. Hang on. Models. Token. Woohoo! They all passed. So, validation chains. Cool. Now, great. Those worked. Now, please do the same for resending verification validation chain. For the validation chain for resending verification emails. If the ID is incorrect, we get this error. If the user ID is incorrect, we get this error, this response. If it's successful, we get this response. Please don't test for email preview URL. copy. All right. How good's that? 2 sets of tests passing straight off the bat. That's awesome. All right. So validation chains, we're almost at 100% across the board there. Must be something we're not testing. Not too sure. But you'll notice in services and controls, we're not obviously covering everything. And that's because we look at our email. We had this email verification test file before, and it's not just testing the validation chains. It's testing much, much more. So what I'm going to do is we're going to test Claude out here. We're going to say, hey Claude, thanks, that works, great. I have a series of tests for email from file titled email verification.test. A number of the files this test file calls have been changed and functions have been renamed. All the files and functions you need are in your project knowledge, specifically those that relate to registering a new user and sending verification emails. Can you update these tests to use the renamed files and functions? Please also remove any validation chain tests that we now cover with the code you just provided. Wherever possible, remember we want to call our services rather than mock them. Do you have any questions before you begin? The new test code you write will be added to our existing register file. Two, yes. Three, keep it separate, but test the form verification. Right. So I think just while it's doing that, we go here. This is 1,000 lines of code, excluding all the stuff I've commented out. So our test files are getting massively long, which leads me to believe maybe we create a subfolder called tests and then include all of the tests in that particular folder. Not too sure. Got to think about it. Okay. Let's see this. So copy. So we had some failures. don't have. Yeah, just didn't import it. So const equals require register, save. Register new user utils is not required. Sorry, it's not defined. Const register new user utils equals. Okay. How good's that? 48 tests. Here we go. So, still a few things that we're not testing, but we've made great progress. So what I want to do is pull this over here for a sec, scroll down. So this was register user. So just want to find where this starts. So there. And then let's just check. So token generation should generate a valid verification token. Update existing. Throw error. Send verification email successfully. I think that's essentially that. There's a few things there. These we covered in our validation chains. That functionality we got rid of. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. I think it's done a good job. So what we can do now is we can get rid of this functionality because we got nothing there. So what I might just quickly do, just in case, because I can't remember. It's been a while since we've committed some code. Getting a little bit lazy on that front. We might just go git add, git commit, refactored, register, new functionality. And then we're going to delete this. And then we're going to go git add, git commit, deleted, verify, separate, verify email functionality now contained directly in register. All right. So I'm going to say here is our updated what functionality test. Sorry. Neck's killing me. Okay. Ah. So, email verification routes. Oh. That's because we got rid of this. Save. What is it doing? Waiting. I wonder if there's a... with the requirement to wait 1 minute. It's going to be way down here, isn't it? Advanced timers by time. Yeah, it should advance it. Anyway, we just wait a second. Advanced timers by time. What is this? I'm not sure if this functionality is working. Following example, we enable fake timers by calling just.useFakeTimers this, replacing. So, can't wait this long forever. It's either going to time out or in a few minutes it will pass. So, should schedule reminders. I think invalid verification. So this is the test prior, invalid verification token. Yeah, so that test is run. Then it's moved on to the next ones. And it's called our API to register a new user twice. So first. Just say, is this functionality meant to remove the need to wait the whole time for the scheduled service to execute. There we go. So we're going to replace reminder. It should can you come on, copy. Too far. Can you rewrite all these tests to ensure they are using the timer functionality correctly, so we don't have to wait minutes, hours, or days for the test? Run these tests. It's still not running it. Oh my god. Six failed. Alright, so 6 tests failed. Don't write any new code yet. Please explain why you think these failed first. Yes. Don't want to use up all of my messages for this. I think we can come back to it if we don't have luck. We had a lot of good luck with the other tests, and so no document found. Register user should execute first reminder correctly. So it's not finding the user before each, after each. So registered user. User state. So reminders sent 0. Jobs before. Jobs after. There's heaps. Final. User. Reminders sent. Let's ask ChatGPT. I'm going to say oh my god. I am trying to run this test. I get I get these console logs and this error. Please explain. Please. Let's copy this. If this doesn't work, we will add this as a to be done later. I won't like that. I didn't even read that message. So save. Run. Where are we? I still just see what it says one more time. didn't pass. So what I'm thinking, so here. And there might be, might be a bug. Maybe the tests are working correctly, but what we're going to do is, I don't want to get bogged down in tests. I know we've got to come back, but I'm going to take it as a win that this process, let's get rid of these comments. The process of consolidating functionality around a very specific use case, in this case, register new user, has certainly helped improve the testing. In addition, when you provide Claude with examples of what the request and the response should be. So that's got to be our new process moving forward. So we do have a few other services now we'd need to consolidate. And I know we've still got to fix up our internal user stuff. But I'm going to end the video here and start another one when we talk about something else. Thanks again for watching.